statue. It's a famous statue on Wall Street of a charging bull.
Oh, I do know that.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Okay.
There was like some counter protest someone did of like they put like a little girl statue in front of it, but that's not what I'm talking about now. Apparently, someone put a statue of Harambe the gorilla, however many years passed when that was funny, in front of the Raging Bull statue to promote like discussion against wealth inequality because Wall Street is whatever. I don't know how I feel about this because I don't look at Harambe and go, yeah, Wall Street's terrible.
Yeah, you could have gotten a way better message across. Not to mention, it's just like not funny anymore.
No.
It's sort of like anti-comedy at this point, where it's like it's been so long and been not funny for so long that it becomes funny again.
It hasn't even been relevant.
I know, that's kind of why I think it's hysterical. They were like, let's bring Harambe back, put him on Wall Street.
Well, that's like, they're doing one of like millions of cryptocurrency types now. They're doing like Dogecoin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the camera in a very exhausted way.
You don't like crypto, Peter?
No. First of all, it's terrible for the environment.
Right, that's what I was going to say.
It is so bad for the environment. And how much electricity it uses basically to just sit there, it's awful. And second of all, it just... I do wish the greedy version of me, because I've known about cryptocurrency for ages. I wish I had invested the greedy part of me, but I would have to sacrifice some other morals. But in what part of the world do you not have to sacrifice one part of your morals to enjoy anything? And so
crypto is one of those things that exists in like a different stratosphere of existence than me in my life.
Like it's just not.
Like, it's such a thing that's just out there in the world for rich people to have fun with, And, I don't know. Like, I'm like, does cryptocurrency have a place in Boone? It's like I'm not walking into like.
I'm sure there are very, especially internet savvy people who have invested in crypto.
Maybe so, but I'm not going through the cookout line. I'm like, hey, can I pay for my like milkshake and cheese?
0.01 Bitcoin.
Can I get a quesadilla tray with Dogecoin? Like. I don't know. I don't see its real world application.
Does Venmo accept Dogecoin?
Well, give it 20 years.
It's for real. That's the thing.
I mean, I'm letting y'all know it's like inevitable.
I know. Like, I'm not saying like it's a fad because I hate it because I've always been on the internet, so I've known about things before they were super big. Like, I knew about TikTok literally freshman year of college because TikTok was just super fringe at that point, and so I was watching TikTok cringe compilations. I was showing them to my friend. He will stand by this. One of the people who still works at the radio station a little bit. He's mainly with App TV now, Joe Basie. I was like really close friends with him my freshman year. I remember being in his dorm room watching them. Like, I'm mad that I didn't get a TikTok account and take it seriously, and then I could have been Charlie D'Amelio. I got the dance skills for it, yo. Well, my mom says crypto is weird.
Crypto is weird. I just hope that the EPA hops on it before then.
No, they won't.
No, I don't know. Maybe.
Are you kidding me? When has the EPA done anything against rich people?
Also, I was about to say, if we're going to like talk about environmental impacts, crypto doesn't do anything compared to the billionaires flying their private jets everywhere.
Sure.
But don't use straws, don't use lids. That's going to do it, people.
On a lighter note, I don't know why they thought they're pretending like they reinvented the wheel. Panera Bread is doing a mac and grilled cheese. I think that's what they're calling it.
Panera Bread is frozen hospital food.
No.
Yes. I know people that work at Panera. It's the soup comes in a bag.
But it's good frozen hospital food.
Yeah. And
for like $15?
Yeah, but I went for the first time the other day. Had a bread bowl.
First time?
Really?
Yeah, which is like, for our listeners on air who may not know what a bread bowl is, it is like soup in a normal bowl, but the bowl is made of sourdough bread.
I'm pretty sure you're the only person who's like now getting your world rocked by
Maybe so, but it was a transformative moment for me.
Well, a grilled mac and cheese, they think they're reinventing the wheel. I've been doing that. I've made that. And I'm not a Gordon Ramsay. Bobby Flay.
Peter,
Like,
this is just the
Don't
show
compare
of you
them.
being like, I was there before they
it
did
really is. I was the hipster. I am a hipster. Okay, but that's not even like
Peter, are
groundbreaking.
you
the shadows.
Peter is that person where
I was there before it
someone
was
plays
cool.
an artist and he's like,
Yeah.
oh, I've been listening
yeah.
to them since I was 9.
2003. Right.
Okay, not so much because I wasn't listening to music until high school, but there was a band that sort of got a lot of kickoff that I've known about for a while. Anyways,
The Beatles.
yeah, you probably never heard of them. They're called the Spice Girls. No.
Wait. So Peter, what are you into right now? It's kind of on the fringe. It's gonna be the next big thing.
Oh no, I've just been listening to podcasts lately. I've been like super not in my normal sphere of things because we were talking about grades, and that's been I'm overwhelmed with everything.
Got it.
Yeah, cool.
What'll be on the fringe? Look out for turtlenecks. They're coming back. I don't know. Oh well, okay. Well, speaking of the internet and speaking of being behind on things, I especially Instagram because it's a part of Facebook. Facebook's always like the last to. They try to do their own thing, like they try to do their own like Zoom thing. Now Instagram is because they're always riding the coattails of. Speaking of TikTok, they're doing collaborative posts. So like you could do collaborative stories. This one I don't know why they haven't been able to do until now. Desktop posts.
Oh, finally.
Finally, I was like, dude, what if like because some people like really take their editing seriously on their photos. They want to edit on a computer and then they have to go re-upload it to their phone. Too much work. But yeah, they're doing that, and they did one more thing that was I don't remember what it was, but it was such a like TikTok stolen idea from like TikTok does it, and now Instagram because they try to do their reels.
Well, remember when stories came out and
my
everyone
God.
was just like, "This is just Snapchat," but I think I like Instagram stories better.
I like them a lot better for like bigger people.
Yeah.
They do like
Bigger
big
people.
like artists like
Oh yes.
they're not because now it's like they're not gonna be like. I follow this one band. Actually, they're gonna be here tomorrow here at Boone Saloon. I'm really hyped about it. I might go, but I'm not really doing well mentally, so I don't know. And they'll instead of posting like we're here in Boone as an Instagram post and clogging up their feed, it's a temporary post. I kind of like it. Like I see the because I wouldn't want to follow them on Snapchat because Snapchat's where I'm there for like.
I was about to say
friends.
I'm not gonna find celebrities on Snapchat. I have a life.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I follow 2 people who are
Okay,
big.
but you know what
Yeah.
I mean. Like,
Yeah.
You know, like you follow multiple people on Instagram, and I'm not gonna go
Yeah.
duplicate that on Snap. So
For
that is
sure.
valid.
I follow like 300. Well, then there's people who have like 800 people on Snapchat.
I just hate social media now.
Yeah. I've been
So
off
toxic.
social media for a couple of weeks, which has been
I bet that is
Refreshing,
Very
yeah.
refreshing, yeah.
I'm not.
If I didn't actually need it for some things in like the professional world, I would genuinely get rid of all of it. Like Twitter is honestly all I even care
I
about.
love Twitter.
I love Twitter. Like it is forever goated.
Well, I mean, literally everything I find for the show is on Twitter.
Oh, I know.
Except for the mac and cheese thing I saw on a Hulu ad, and I keep seeing it on Hulu ads, and like this is recent. I'm like, okay, Panera, like you
Have
really
you tried it, Peter?
what?
Have you tried it?
I mean, it's mac and cheese on bread, and I like their mac and cheese. I know I'll like it.
Yeah.
I don't need to like. That's one thing where I stand by my decision of having an opinion without actually trying it. Because what are they? What could be so earth shattering that I haven't had? Like, I've already had their mac and cheese, and they're just putting on bread. Congrats. I'm not a curmudgeon about it. I'm sure it's great. Good for you, Panera.
Got it.
Fighting words for Panera. They're about to put me in a bread bowl. We're gonna be right back in the morning app. We're continuing more with the show in just a second.
The morning app on 90.5 WASU.
Hi everyone, I'm Dave Blanks from University Communications here in the Beaver College of Health Sciences. It's the 10-year anniversary of the Beaver College, and we're going to interview some nursing students. Come along with me. Guess how old the Beaver College of Health Sciences is?
I don't know.
No idea?
Nope.
Care to wager a guess?
5 years.
No, you're almost there. We'll keep going around until we find somebody maybe who knows. So, how do you like the Beaver College of Health Sciences thus far?
I love it. It's been a really fun time making relationships with all my classmates, and the faculty are very great. They're very caring, and it's not something I expected. I didn't expect them to care as much about me as they do, and so it's been really nice in this hard time going through nursing school.
Why did you want to be a nurse?
Well, when I was little, I had cancer. So just seeing like how the nurses helped my mom and like how she still really like thinks about the nurses and how much they did for her, I wanted to do that for other people.
What would this be called? This thing, like if you were going to look on Amazon,
It actually has a name.
it must have a name, right?
It's called Seymour Butts.
No, it is not.
Yeah.
It totally is Seymour. So what do you like about the Beaver College of Health Sciences? Can you share with me something that you enjoy about it?
I mean, what do you not like about it? It's honestly beautiful. It's how we have everything available to us. Like as nursing students, I feel like I have like the most opportunities I would ever need. Just having like labs like this to kind of simulate like a real patient experience, that's definitely a highlight for me. It's just been a blessing to be able to go here.
Do you feel like you're doing good?
Of course.
I love your confidence. Is he going to be all right? Of course. He's good. Did you know how old the Beaver College of Health Sciences is? Can you guess?
10 years?
Oh my gosh, you got it. Yes, congratulations. Wow. We have this arm for you. I brought nothing for you, but yeah, how about a hand? Yeah, give her a hand. So I understand that you received a scholarship. Is that correct?
Yes, I am part of the Beaver Scholars here, and with that, hopefully I am able to get into the nursing program.
What made you want to be a nurse?
Well, it all started with just experiences back at home with having not having accessible healthcare for my parents and the majority of the people who live in my town. I always saw the struggle there of people trying to find ways of getting healthcare and being able to afford it as well.
It seems like the scholarship has made a big impact in your life.
Oh, of course. Yes, it's helped my family. Part of my graduating class, maybe 20, 30 students made it out to college. So that's something big and like something I'm proud of.
Did y'all know that the Beaver College of Health Sciences is having an anniversary, like right now?
Oh, it's 10 years, right?
How many? Yeah, 10. She got it. Yeah. Good job. You knew. Yeah, 10 years. Thank you for your support of the Beaver College of Health Sciences and its students. Happy 10th anniversary to the Beaver College. Your support of these students is clearly having an impact on their lives now and will for years to come. Thanks so much and have a great one.
And now back to your favorite morning talk show, The Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
90.5 W. What are you doing? Ben is distracting me. You don't get an intro. You're listening to the morning app with Ben, me, myself, Peter, and
Pruett. Hey guys, good morning.
Yes, I got my way.
yeah. Now you got your way, but you got it as a punishment, not as a. You're put on punishment. Time out. Sit in the corner. Well, that was a lot of energy for the morning app. I'll put this energy to something productive.
No, that's what we like to bring, Peter. We like the energy on the morning app.
That was me. That was too much. Well, first of all, it's two birthdays. It's my younger brother's birthday. Happy birthday to him. But it's also John Krasinski's birthday.
Oh, well, should we sing?
No.
Okay.
Who's that? I'm just joking. I just like triggering all these.
Me, you're
that
triggering
like The
me.
Office.
I'm not a big Office fan, but like, I was like, how do you not know who that is?
I know,
Passionate
I'm joking.
about A Quiet Place. Just
And he's married to
that
Emily
franchise.
Blunt.
That's his big win in life.
Legend for real. And he got like yoked after The Office.
Yoked. He did.
He got yoked.
Yeah, shredded.
He's a
Shout
man
out
of
to
many
John.
talents.
Yes.
Yeah, shout out to him. I don't have anything to add to him, unfortunately, because
He's actually here on the show this morning.
whoa,
He
all the way from
for his birthday.
L.A. or wherever he is
I
now.
don't know.
John Krasinski, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and germs. No, I'm not a big Office fan, so I tried. I just don't think it's bad. I don't think it's good.
I agree.
Think of it. Are you one of those people who will be like, oh well, you're dating someone, but like if I have a friend who's like, if I see someone mention The Office in their dating bio, it is an instant no.
I mean, if it's just your personality, it's just a red flag.
Yeah.
Big old red flag. Because I'm sorry, even I can admit that show has its moments. It has its
it's
funny
not
moments.
bad.
But if you rewatch it and still find it funny, I don't know what to say. Like, it ain't that funny. And it's also very problematic.
Well, yeah.
And not in a good way, not like a South Park satirical way.
Are you talking about the early season especially? That
I'm just talking about in general.
Because I was like, there's that episode with the headbands. I can't help but laugh sometimes because of how ridiculous it is. I'm like, oh my gosh.
No, it is. And
I don't have many problems with The Office. I'm like, let people like their things.
Sure, I'm not gonna dunk on someone for liking it.
Right, but no, I don't think it's like a great sign if it's in the bio. Just because I don't think it's super original. Because I think a lot of people are there. But
it also does not deserve an 8.9 on IMDb. I'm sorry.
How do you know that?
It's a funny show.
Did you just search it up, or like
I just looked it up?
I was like, do you know it's
I know
rating?
shows that are with all due respect, in my humble opinion, I think there are several shows that are funnier off the top of my head.
Like off the top of your head.
Community.
Okay, fair.
Like that's one right there. Shoot. Even I don't watch a lot of comedies, but I was about to say even like The Boys on Amazon. That show has like more comedic relief.
I was gonna say I haven't watched that movie. Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. That's a great show.
Marvelous Mrs. Maisel is awesome, but comedy's so subjective.
It is.
And like when you find a show that can appeal to as many people as The Office does, I feel like that's something worth celebrating.
I never got like speaking sort of The Office, because there's I think a few people on The Office were like SNL people or later became SNL. I don't like SNL.
Oh, Parks and Rec is better. I'm just gonna put that out there right now. Same creator too.
I feel pretty much as strongly as I do about The Office as I do Parks and Rec.
Fair.
A little bit. They both do things that the other one doesn't, and that's why I'm like, okay, I can't choose. And they also both have
Arrested
weaknesses.
Development.
That show, such a slow burn, but
I've never heard
Arrested
of
Development
Dave.
is so good.
With Lil Diggy.
Yeah, Dave. It's on Hulu.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I see ads for it on Hulu, but I've actually, I've seen ads for things that aren't on Hulu. Who?
Curb.
Oh, Curb Your Enthusiasm. No, I don't stand by that. That is dry. That humor is so dry.
You have to be a Larry David fan.
You're not selling these, anyways. Speaking of,
just putting out there because I think Curb is an 8.7. I was about to say I think Curb might have a better rating than The Office. But anyway,
it's IMDb.
The smart people.
Well, I don't want to dunk on him too much, but speaking of not smart people, I thought this already happened, but Kanye West legally changed his name to just Ye.
Wait, what?
Is it Ye?
Or Ye?
Ye?
Is it Ye or Yay?
Yay, probably.
I assume it would be Ye.
Yay, but I read it as Ye.
It's just Yay now?
Apparently, his Twitter handle is still Kanye West, though.
NBC News official.
Wow. Just YE?
YE Yay. And I just was like, okay, like that's just like another thing to like have people talking about him. Like, I'm not dumb.
How often can you change your name, like legally?
I wonder that too.
Because there's like those username things on different platforms where it's like you can only do this every like 14 days.
And even then, like, legally, I'm sure if you changed it more than once every like 5 years, that's a lot to handle.
I know, it's a lot of paperwork.
I was about to say it's not as bad as Meta World Peace. And speaking of that, I think you can change it multiple times because Meta World Peace is not Meta World Peace anymore.
Who?
Ron Artest. He used to be an NBA player. Changed his name to Meta World Peace. This was happened like 10 years ago.
Huh.
And now it is back to Meta Sandiford Artest.
Oh no. I would change my name, but like, I mean, technically you have to, not have to, but a lot of people change their names when they get married. It's their last name, but they legally change their name. It is a like process.
What would you change your name to, Peter?
I don't know. I don't want to get married.
I gotta take my wife's name if I get married.
My mom dated this guy when I don't know, I was like 11, that legally changed his middle name to Danger.
Dope.
Which is
Danger.
awesome. Yeah.
That is dope.
I know. It's pretty sweet. So I think that's the best possible scenario for a name change.
There was a kid, I don't remember anything about him except for this. In my freshman year, like high school freshman year math class, he introduced himself and it was like, we were supposed to do like a fun fact about yourself. And like, I hate when people have like no holds barred, like the best fun fact. I hate icebreakers because I'm not interesting. And he goes, my middle name is legally race car. And I'm like, oh,
wow,
I hate you. And the story's even better. His parents, I guess, were like weird and hippie and cool. They let his like 4-year-old brother at the time give him the middle name. Like, yeah, what? Race car.
Unassailably awesome.
Right.
That's hilarious. Also, real quick, Yay. Sounds like an OG Xbox gamer tag. You know what I mean? It sounds like something cool people try to do. Where they just do like one letter or something. Because that's what I was just thinking about. If I was gonna do my name, I would do like something like Q from the Bond movie.
Sure, yeah.
Just Q.
Very streamer name.
Yeah, like exactly. XQC. That's what I'm saying. Like yeah.
I cannot relate. Like I don't. I had an identity crisis a few years ago. That was fun. And so I almost wanted to be like, I'm gonna change my name one day. Thank God I didn't. But so that's why I'm like, I almost can't blame him because like almost anything Kanye West does is because he was mentally ill, and I'm not shading on him for him being mentally ill. Trust me. That's why I don't feel like clowning on him too much. But I thought that was relevant.
I'll clown on him.
Ben.
I don't care.
You're one of those people.
Not about the mental illness, but you know, when you have that much of an image and you're that prominent in the press, in the media, and in general, and you're gonna go and just say dumb things worldwide, I think it deserves backlash.
He is the new Mr. Worldwide.
Just saying.
All due respect to Pitbull.
Sorry, Pitbull, your throne's been taken.
Everyone who went to the Pitbull concert in Chapel Hill.
Not to mention
there was
Kanye.
a Pitbull concert.
I don't think it was in Chapel Hill. It was somewhere there. It was a couple weekends ago.
The fact that I don't care or know.
Yeah.
Pitbull shows up before the dog. I'm pretty sure.
Before the
That's
dog?
That's pretty savage.
What?
Like on Google?
Pitbull, the person shows up.
Gotcha. I thought
that was not
opening for the dog.
Yeah, I was like, who's the dog?
Sorry, I thought that would be implied, but you're right. I should have said that. Like if you Google Pitbull, that's pretty crazy.
The only other thing, well, I have one thing that was relating to mental illness, but it's not, I don't know, it was just me being like slightly scientist interesting. This woman who had like a severe depressive disorder, like to the point where it basically left her disabled, like completely. She couldn't do anything. Her brain was that bad. Instead of like typical medication, because it was so strong, there was a new successful treatment with an implant in her brain that gives her 300 or so tiny electroshocks every day to like fight back against like the depressive impulse that comes in, and apparently it works. And so there's like this new thing, like is there for like really strong mentally disabled people, is there a way to counteract it past medicine? I thought that was really interesting. That's all I have to say.
Man, is that safe? You know,
apparently it's safe.
I wonder if that's what trial tested.
I know that was my first thought too.
Apparently. I don't think they would have published it if it wasn't safe. Like it's been like an ongoing treatment.
Study now.
Yeah.
Cool.
They don't. That's not like scientists don't just be like, surprise, we're doing this. Well, if they're
to monkeys first usually.
Yeah.
Right. They
did it. Well, if you're like Elon Musk, I'm sure you would be like that. But like, I don't know. She says it works. Now she's like able to like function. It's not like she's like cured of like. That's how mental disorders work. It's not like you can like just be like, I'm no longer depressed, but she can function now. So I thought it was really cool.
Oops. Speaking of billionaires, also need to take a break real fast. Did you guys see that one like former Walmart executive is trying to build like the $400 billion utopian city?
Oh yeah, in like the middle of the desert.
Right. It's like the two places he's considering are the middle of the desert or right here in Appalachia.
No way.
Yeah.
Please don't.
It's insane.
Hilarious.
Go home.
A bunch of analysts are like, this isn't financially or feasibly possible
No.
in any way.
And it definitely won't happen in the Appalachian
Yeah.
area.
No.
By 2030, we'll see.
23rd.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. Okay, well, the last thing is North Carolina paramedic caught a 13-foot hammerhead at Topsail Beach.
Nice.
Do y'all feel about
Sharks.
sharks? How do you feel about sharks?
I love sharks.
Yeah, very cool, but irrational fear.
Yeah,
Like-
irrational fear.
What?
Irrational fear. for
Yeah.
me.
How big was it?
13 feet.
13 feet.
Like,
Wow.
no, thank you.
That's a big old shark.
I couldn't do it when I was young and going to the places that are low-key problematic now, like aquariums and stuff. They're like, you could touch the baby shark. No.
No,
It felt weird.
All my homies hate SeaWorld.
What?
Oh yeah, we don't like SeaWorld. North Carolina Aquarium's okay.
Well, I don't think maybe I went to that one. I did like the manta rays, the stingrays.
Yeah.
I thought they were
manta
cool.
rays.
Yeah.
And touching them, they're really slimy and weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
it's
kissed
awesome.
one on a cruise.
Ew.
Just one?
Yeah,
You
out
didn't
in
get-
the middle of the ocean
Stingray
on a
flu.
sandbar.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like 8.
I was gonna say, how old are
This
you?
was my first kiss.
Just find them.
What? I think
them
no.
or
I think
it?
they
What are the manta
they
rays?
are around that area.
It
Yeah.
was like a
People
wild
do that.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, ew.
And you were like, come here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's avian flu, swine flu, and you got
Let's get freaky.
manta ray flu from that. We're gonna be right back to continue the second half of the morning app. Don't leave for too long. We'll be right back.
The morning app on 90.5 WASU.
When one arrives in Boone, you pretty quickly feel embraced by the mountains. The same thing happens here at the university. When you are a student here at the College of Business, you're embraced by the Appalachian community.
The name Appalachian State University, it means something and it connects with people. The experience goes beyond academics. There's a culture here. Everywhere I go, I wear that golden A. I take pride in that. It's not something that you find everywhere.
One of the things that's great about Appalachian is it has the resources of a big school, but the small school community.
Professors here take such an important view of how they can impact the lives of students.
That's the reason why we're here, supporting the students, seeing that they're successful both in their time here and then as they graduate.
We have a remarkable connection between faculty and students.
We have some of the leading voices in the field, so it really creates an intellectually vibrant environment.
You have the smaller class sizes, we have the high faculty engagement, and it really sets us apart.
These students are phenomenal. These students are, in my opinion, going to be the change seekers and change makers in the world, not only through their professional skills, but also because of the passion they have got for making this world a better place.
A lot of people think of school as coming to the classroom and then going home and doing homework. At the Walker College, it's not like that. We're really trying to rethink how we deliver education, what the purpose of education is. Really trying to break that hierarchy of the professor being out in front with all the great ideas and instead saying, you know what, everybody has great ideas.
They're figuring out those solutions through innovative thinking, through an innovative process.
Innovation is the edge. We are trying very hard to push our students to think in ways that they can not only think outside the box, but what kind of positive impacts they will be able to make in the world.
Having these different opportunities really sets our college apart.
We're trying to prepare the leaders of tomorrow by giving them ways of thinking about problems so they come up with solutions that are meaningful.
The students hit the ground running. They are the most technically competent, ready to go day one students. You know, when you get out into the business environment, that's the attitude you have to have.
Hiring an Appalachian graduate, as an employer, I know that I've got someone who can come in and hit the ground running.
One of the phrases you'll hear used often in the College of Business is business for good. We want our students going out in the world and helping to make it better by using business practices that can help.
I'm thankful for the transformational experience that Appalachian has given me. This college has shaped me both as a person and I think a servant leader.
Being a Mountaineer and being part of the Walker College of Business has shaped who I am today.
I'm really excited to enter the workforce with the skills that I've gained here.
For me, Appalachian really represents family. I don't know where I would be without my Appalachian experience. I'm proud to be a Mountaineer in so many ways.
Any student that comes out of the Walker College of Business is extraordinarily prepared to be successful and to make a difference in the world.
If you want to be able to work side by side with faculty, students, staff, community partners, and industry, we want you to be part of our family.
WASU. You're listening to the Morning App. I am the last crispy fry in the bottom of your Wendy's bag. Who else do we have with us?
That's Peter Cooper. Good
Hi.
morning, guys. I'm Pruett Norris.
Hello, I'm Ben.
Your last name, much like, yeah.
I'm sour cream, you're onion. What are you? We get to be sour cream and onions.
He's the bag.
He's the Pringles can. I'm kidding.
The goated part. The structure.
Nice.
I hate that word.
The glue that holds us all together.
You want to know what Ben's made me start saying? Okay, I have a very bad habit of if I'm around people for too long, I will pick up what they start saying, even how they talk. Like, it's just a natural habit of mine.
Right.
I have picked up Akko Taco from you, and I hate it. I have hated it so much.
Out of all things,
I know.
was like, what is this about to be? Akko Taco.
People are like, it's Akko Taco. I'll be like,
I'm embarrassed.
It's the stupid things that make my
I know, that's what I think is funny. Like
the monkey part of my brain, it punches the joy buzzer of it. Well, I know you. Well, you don't care about horror movies too much, but I know you like horror movies.
I do like horror movies.
There's an article that came out that I thought was really quite interesting, and it was a popular horror movie villains. Like, what are the most popular horror movie villains per state? I always love those sort
Per
of
state.
Per state. So
like just the state's vote.
I always feel like they have to be made up though, because every state has like a different one usually. I just don't understand how that's possible.
Well, they do it by like Google searches, but
right.
I wonder. There's one on here that I will talk about in a second. That I'm like, how did they search this one up? But who do you think the most popular horror movie villain by like Google search is
for North Carolina?
For any state, like of the states, who has the most?
I feel like Texas has got to be the Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No, he's not even on here.
I'm just gonna go with
my
Michael
guys.
Myers.
Michael Myers. I don't think he's on here either.
What?
Wow.
It's like well, I wouldn't know if it's a classic. The most is, because you guys got your guess, is Norman Bates.
Okay.
From
Psycho?
some Psycho. He has how many states? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Wow.
8, 9, 10 states.
Was North Carolina one of them?
North Carolina is not, but it does have the second.
What's North Carolina?
I don't know. Is she the villain? Carrie?
Carrie? Kind of. Like, sort of. I mean, she does.
Carrie's North Carolina.
She's terrorized though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Isn't she more like the victim of circumstance? Like, isn't that the whole point of
she's
that?
a victim of circumstance until she rolls up to the prom. You know.
I didn't watch the movie.
Okay. Well, we won't spoil Carrie.
I mean, I know what happens in Carrie. It just.
Okay.
They've actually the Carrie plot has been used in so many other things onwards. Like,
right.
Just maybe not horror movies. They did it on Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. Spoilers.
It's a great show.
That's such a good show.
Carrying on. What's South Carolina?
South Carolina. Oh my God. Oh wait, North Carolina is not Carrie. I take it back. South Carolina is Chucky.
Oh. South Carolina's Chucky or North Carolina?
South Carolina's Chucky, and we are Ghostface from Scream.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
That is one of the only horror movies I've seen.
Classic.
The
Excited for
original.
Scream 5?
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I've only seen the first Scream.
Okay.
That is one of the only horror movies I've seen and watched in full.
I was about to say, I know I like Jordan Peele a lot, so I've seen Us and Get Out.
Yeah.
And then again, I don't even know if Us more than Get Out, but like I wouldn't call them horror movies.
Horror,
maybe, than like thrillers.
He uses the phrase social thriller to describe his stuff.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Horror is just has kind of mutated into its own. Like it's a lot different nowadays than how scary stories were told.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't even dislike horror movies. I just dislike the stereotypical jump scene ones, the demon ones.
Right, for sure.
Oh, I hate them.
Something I was talking about with my friends the other day is you guys know like haunted farms and haunted houses and all that sort of thing. And you know how they hire the actors to play different characters and stuff?
My mom has said one of her dream jobs is to be one of those.
Oh, me too. And so we were talking about this, and we were like, what monster do you think you'd be if you were in one of those haunted house situations?
Oh, God.
My mom would be herself. What? No, I love her mom. I love her.
Peter, what do you think?
I don't know. I'd be like Baljeet from Phineas and Ferb, and I'd be like a failed math exam. Like, I could not be really scary. Actually, apparently I'm really good at doing scary. In high school theater, I was like, that would be like I'd be really good at being creepy, but not, I don't know. Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Perfect.
I'd take that one.
Ben?
The black smoke from Lost.
Good stuff.
I'm just joking. I don't know.
The dude from Fern Gully. The oil monster. Do you know what that is?
Do it.
Oh my God, Fern Gully.
They get put on blast.
Chocolate oil monster.
The chocolate oil monster.
Right.
Fern Gully is this movie from the 90s, and it's like
animated classic.
God, it is like this thing about nature or something, and these fairies. Okay, I'm gonna show you. It's not like Disney fairies, but it's like these fairies. I don't know if you recognize any of that at all. Let me show the villain. It's these fairies fighting back of like deforestation or whatever.
Nice. It's got a good message.
It does.
It is, and like the main villain is like this oil monster as a representation of like this machine that's like taking down all the trees.
I'm not over deforestation or whatever.
It is.
So
Isn't it deforestation?
It is.
And it was scary. Like Homeboy got scary. His name is Hexus, and he looks like this. And like he does this one. This is scary when he turns into the skeleton monster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Creepy.
I used to be scared by
Creepy Crawly.
God, now I'm gonna blank on it. That was that old movie with the giant.
Iron Giant?
Iron Giant.
Right.
That movie is scary. I mean, not scary, but it's like
Iron Giant. Like
it's sad.
Yeah.
It is sad.
And how it's like painted. Like
you just quoted.
Yeah.
You remember the lines from that?
Yeah.
Dang.
It's a good movie.
Well, the Brave Little Toaster is messed up too. People don't remember that. Like, there's like characters that like die in it, and it's like a children's movie.
Yeah, and what's that thing in the basement of Home Alone? That thing creeped me out.
The furnace?
The furnace.
Yeah.
Of Home Alone?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Well, it's because they made it creepy.
Kevin gets down in the basement and he's afraid of the furnace.
I was afraid of my basement too, so you know what, Kevin? I stand by it. We had a basement.
Ben and Kevin stood in solidarity.
When I was still living in Jersey, we had a basement that was like it was an unfinished basement, and so there was like this back section where like the water heater was, and you could go behind it. If you ever played hide and seek, that was like the go-to one, and I was terrified of it. It's like dark. There was no lighting at that point.
Yeah, we had an unfinished basement as well. It's just like Spider City, like spiders in the basement. I can't either.
Not do creepy crawlies.
No.
I'm okay with spider webs. Like it's the point where it's like that is a spider's home and it's claimed its territory. That scares me.
You're cool with the actual spiders?
If I see one, I'm just like, I'll kill it.
If one's crawling on you.
Well, that's creepy. Okay, but anything that I don't like physical contact really. So anything that's like
roaches are my all-time worst.
Oh, I hate roaches.
Cockroaches.
Like, they're another level of disgusting and just they give me the shakes.
Yeah, I don't like them either. That is the one where like I'm gonna step on it right now. Like
I don't even want to step on it. I don't want to hear that crunch.
How do you guys feel about bugs in general, though?
Are you are you one of those persons who's like we should be eating bugs?
No. But I am one of those people who's like the Woolly Worm Festival seems sick.
It just happened.
Yeah. I saw that. I did my news break on it yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah. Cute stuff for me at WASU and Woolly Worms.
Hey.
But I was talking about the Woolly Worm Festival and people were they're creepy. I'm like, no, they're not. They're these cute little caterpillars.
I was about to say I think bugs are actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Some actually are like harmless. I'm not gonna hate on a caterpillar.
I know.
But
spiders are evil and gross though.
Exactly. And I'm actually I don't know how we got on here, but I'm glad we did. I just learned, maybe I'm just stupid, but I just learned about face mites.
What are face mites?
We all have microscopic mites living in our face, and our oil, and our pores.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm about to clean my face.
You can hit that Google search
No,
if you want.
they're good for you.
Oh.
Keep your
Yeah, they
eyebrows.
like eat the oil and stuff, but they
Oh,
also,
yeah.
poop on you. So, hey.
But
I had 2 years ago. I still to this day do not know how I got it, but I had scabies. Gross. And I didn't know how long. But the worst part was like I had them for a really long time and didn't know because I thought I was just getting really itchy. And eventually, yeah, that was the worst. Don't get. It's not like something you can choose.
Parasite?
It's a skin parasite, and they go in your toes. It hurt.
Horrifying.
Yeah. And now every time I get like an itch in my foot, I'm like, oh my God, they're coming back. Because apparently if you get them once, you're like very vulnerable to getting them again.
Oh
God.
Man. Okay.
Don't and
Happy Halloween.
You can happy Halloween. You can literally get them from like going in a bounce house. Like it's the worst.
All right.
Ugh, sorry. Now you're like paranoid.
Anything else on the docket?
Oh, apparently this is your thing that
I don't like parasites. I don't like critters going inside my body.
I have a yeah, I agree. I'll talk about that during the break because I don't want to mention it now. But Ben is gonna go mite hunting. what is that called? Oh God, snakes? No, not the snakes. The whatever. I was gonna make a joke and I ruined it because I didn't know what it's called.
River monsters.
No, it's like my mom will text me. She knows what I'm talking about. I bet. Ben's gonna go hunting for some insects on this.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a beautiful Wednesday.
I know that flag is blowing a lot though. The wind looks like it's about to wreck me.
Oh God.
Wind be whipping.
Wind be whipping. Well, me and Pruett will be right back to wrap up the morning app. Ben is gonna go on his way.
Class. Peace.
See you around, clown.
These crazy college kids, they don't know what they're talking about.
The morning app.
In 1899, the misty ridges of northwestern North Carolina became home to a simple yet powerful vision: to transform lives and the region through the empowerment of education. Nearly 120 years later, students still feel the pull of this unique place, and Appalachian has remained grounded in the vision of our founders, providing rural access to a sterling education and serving the region. The Mountaineer passion for lifelong learning is cultivated from an early age. Right now, Appalachian's youngest Mountaineers are developing critical learning skills while also discovering that college is in their future. And when they are ready, their College on the Mountain will be ready for them.
So the children that go to school here at the Academy are from all across Forsyth County, particularly children who may be struggling readers. Our goal is to improve literacy for all students K-5, to work with them, bring in the curriculum through Appalachian State University and the Reading Clinic, and support learning across all disciplines.
The experience for a university student here at Middle Fork is really critical. We're able to show them what their practice that they're learning in the classroom looks like in action. So now we have this community of learners that aren't just little kindergarten through 5th grade students, but we also have teachers who are learning together with them. And they really are building a community that the Academy is really proud to be a part of.
So I've been teaching for 31 years, and one of the questions people always ask me is, why are you still doing this? Why aren't you retired? And my answer to them is because we finally got it right. These children are getting to interact with university professors. They are now identifying with Appalachian. They're saying, that's my college. I'm going to go to that college on the mountain. And they're very excited about that. And so now, these are children who could be first generation college students. And they're already thinking about it and identifying as college students.
I love being here. I love being at the Academy because this is like one of the best opportunities that a principal can have. I mean, the amount of support I've had as a principal, it's just overwhelming. And I just like being a voice for children and to be a partner with the parents and a partner, on behalf of App State University. This is what I love doing. So I'm very thankful.
and spreading compassion to provide a safe shopping environment for all.
The morning app on 90.5 WASU.
90.5 WASU, the morning app, back in action. I always say that because I think of the movie Looney Tunes, back in action. You're listening with, hi, Peter.
Hey, Pruett.
And Ben is gone. And, oh, Emma was supposed to be here, but she canceled last minute. Not like last minute. She told me yesterday she's taking a makeup exam.
Got it?
So.
Like makeup exam, like.
I think she missed an exam. No.
Exam or like,
cosmetology.
Heard.
Cosmo and Wandatology.
Yep, awesome.
That reminds me of couples costumes, and you always see a Cosmo and Wanda, and I'm like, you're just wearing pink and green. And like maybe they'll put on a paper crown.
They're wearing it well. They're killing it. They're happier than I am.
Okay. Are you not doing it?
What's up?
Do you have an idea for Halloween costume?
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah. So Clyde, who is one of our news directors on the show, is one of my good friends.
Yes.
How familiar are you, Peter, with the names of the Pac Man ghosts? Have you played Pac Man?
Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and Clyde.
Yeah, okay, cool. So we were talking about it, and we're going through it, and we're like, wait, Clyde is a Pac Man ghost. That's also named Clyde.
That is literally the only. There's two things I think of: a character from my favorite show named Clyde,
right,
and the ghost from Pac Man.
Totally, right. And so we were like, this seems like an awesome costume idea. So I'm going to be Inky, who's the blue one.
Blue one, yes.
One of our good friends. Blinky, have another good friend.
The red one.
Pinky, who's the pink one, fittingly. And then Clyde is Clyde, who's the orange ghost. And so we're getting some Walmart sheets or something. And
wait, okay, that's dope.
It's really easy and fun.
Wait, okay, but that is dope because someone's had to have done it before because I've seen people do that, but I don't think I've ever actually seen them do like the traditional ghost costume. Yeah. But I am a huge fan of old arcade games.
Oh, right, you're telling me that. Yeah.
Their original names are, because I forgot about this, those are their nicknames, but now that's how they're traditionally known as. The original Pac-Man, I forgot their names, I had to search it up. Shadow is Blinky, Speedy is Pinky, Bashful is Inky, and Pokey is Clyde, and that's because it's referred to as the four ghosts actually have different programming of how they're supposed to act against Pac-Man in the original Pac-Man.
What's Clyde's real name?
Pokey.
Pokey.
He's like the unpredictable one.
Right.
Which is why it's like his
Clyde,
name.
yeah,
His nickname don't make sense. Speedy is slightly faster than them. Bashful, I forget what his is. I guess he just stays away from Pac-Man to a certain extent. Okay. And Shadow I think he's the one who's most likely to go because if you go from left, you can like go across the screen.
Go through the portals.
I think he does that. Sorry, nerding out about Pac-Man.
Pac-Man lore.
Dude.
On the morning app.
What on earth? Oh, that's weird.
Do you have a Halloween costume, Peter?
Yeah, I have two. We're going to be showing up, and you should show up in costume for one of them because we want to show up in costume for the show on the 29th, I think. That day is going to be slammed for me. We want to show up in costume because I have two costumes. I might wear the other one for you if you want to dress up in your ghost costume and it won't feel lonely. I have one is my favorite country singer. I've said this 90 times before. I'm sorry, listeners. One is my favorite country singer.
Is that Orville Peck?
Orville Peck.
All right.
I have everything custom made, and the other one is I'm doing this like bohemian hippie. It's very cheap.
Cool.
That one is like I have two because it's on a weekend, so I expect to go out twice. And if I don't, I didn't really waste much money. Because the hippie one was the one I pulled together last minute, and all I needed to buy was sandals, really, and harem pants. But the sandals I already wanted, so it was like, okay,
perfect.
Now I have an excuse to buy them.
Nothing but economical Halloween ideas here on the morning app.
Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and Clyde. That's gonna be great. I love Pac-Man, so like I think people have definitely done it before, and if they have a fifth person, then they'll have like a guy dressed up as Pac-Man.
Rather as the blue, like I'm eaten ghost or ready to be eaten ghost.
Ew, that one would stink.
Yeah,
that would be like way fifth wheel.
It's kind of cool.
What on earth? Here's one with me searching up Halloween costumes. This is the one I'm thinking of because it's very much. And now that I remember it, I was like, why do I distinctly remember this? In high school, all the English teachers did this.
Oh,
they dressed up because.
But I think my English teachers did probably something very similar.
All the English teachers were always cool with each other.
Yeah.
I was the.
Our history teachers were all like bros.
Yeah.
History books.
I'm not gonna put my teacher on blast because I don't think he likes me too much anymore. I was in a really troubled spot, and I just did some stupid stuff when I was like, we were like cool. So like, and then I did some stupid stuff because I was really I was in a bad mental spot. I'm like, oh yeah, he's still a teacher. I was like talking about personal issues, blah. But he, I used to TA for him as a high school student.
Oh really?
Because I was so far ahead, I had nothing left to take. I literally had nothing else to take, and I could have just taken like, and it's not a college. I can't just like take American Sign Language. There was just nothing to do. So
not my ASL.
Yeah, no, I do ASL.
Right.
So like, that's what I want to do if I have a free credit, which I have to go talk to advisor about.
Saying good morning in ASL here on the morning app.
Nice. Oh shoot, my phone. My name is Peter. I did this in sign language for my radio listeners. But is it you doing your name?
Oh, I was, yeah.
Did you slide?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
Of course.
Certain people. Sorry, I know some ASL stuff, and that's a very imagine a radio show in American. Yeah, I was a TA for him, and I just did nothing, pretty much, because what am I supposed to do? I graded papers, which technically I was not supposed to do.
Got it.
They were not supposed to let students grade papers, and I did. I graded papers for him, and I graded papers for, which brings me full circle. One of the English teachers, I thank her so much. Oh my gosh, because I still liked her, but the teacher I wanted to TA for, it was called something else. It just didn't work out. And she was there because all of the English teachers like cut up and kiki together. They were all eating lunch and whatever. And like she was like, you can do it with me. But the problem was it was like during her free period. So it was literally just me and her. Just in an office grading papers and like talking about whatever. Every so often I want to reach out to her, but I just don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Sorry, I talked a lot.
Not sure. I'd be like, hey, remember Pac Man ghost costume?
What?
I don't know.
I think she did. I think actually she was the one who didn't want to do that.
Right.
But I remember they did something.
Hey, remember how you didn't do your Pac Man ghost costume?
Yeah, text her, be like, which ghost for you?
Easy.
And she'll be like, she's like, I didn't participate. Like, well, that was the thing. All the English teachers knew me. I was the English. One English teacher liked me my freshman year, and suddenly every English teacher knew who I was, knew mine. I was like, okay. I felt uncomfortable.
How big was your high school?
We had a graduating class of just under 430 students.
Yeah.
And our high school's really big now.
430 students.
Just the graduating class.
Man, that's big.
Yeah. It was really big, and honestly, it struggled with overpopulation of students for a little bit. I think it still is. The new principal, that's all I'll say. I hated high school, so that's fine.
Because we are here now. Your college, your station, your
music. Well, that was the Halloween costumes. Is like that was the one thing we didn't get to do in high school. Like, I love him, but like he was really big on like dress code.
Gotcha.
And so like we couldn't show up in costume, and like neither one of my costumes that I'm wearing now would fly, because one of them I'm not wearing a shirt for. It's just like this big like cardigan looking thing for the hippie one, and the other one is this. It covers half of my face, and not half of my face with a mask. If I was like going around to a place that I would need a face mask for, there'd be no face.
Right.
It'd be 2 eyes, and that's it. So like.
So a big old hat or.
A big old hat.
Got it.
I have a big plastic white hat. It's like good plastic, but it's still plastic because I was not buying. Cowboy hats are expensive. Anything Western wear is ridiculously expensive. The cowboy boots I got, I was very lucky. They're women's cowboy boots. I don't care. I look really good in them. And I found them at a yard sale right before I was supposed to do something over the summer for a Halloween costume. And I was planning on going, but I have mental problems, and so I got super depressed and I couldn't go, which was so sad because I was looking so looking forward to going. 2 days before I found the cowboy boots, I'm like, this is perfect. I was like, yes, and then I got depressed, but it's fine. That was long ago. So, do you have any plans for Halloween before we wrap up the show?
I think we are just barricading ourselves in our apartment and watching it ton of horror movies.
Is Clyde a horror movie person too?
Clyde is not a horror movie.
Yeah, it's Clyde.
We're strapping him down for some. Yeah.
Like what's that movie? Not Channel Orange. A Clockwork Orange.
Clockwork Orange. Right. Eyelids will be open, and we hope your ears will be open next week for our return to the morning app.
I would love to be not next week, Friday.
No, well,
you won't.
I won't be here Friday, and our listeners tune in for.
I mean, you could
shows.
Actually, I would love to see the crossover of Frank Ocean and that movie, a Channel Orange or something. I can't. That's the best I could think of. Well, this has been the morning app. I'm Peter.
I'm Pruett.
Bye, y'all.
See ya.
These crazy college kids, they don't know what they're talking about.
The morning app on 90.5 WASU.